What if the person you invite into your home is actually the person who slowly steals your peace, while you don't even realize it's happening? Most people assume danger comes from strangers, but often the greatest disruption comes from the people we allow to get closest to us. As the Stoics understood, the people around us can have a powerful effect on our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Your home is more than four walls and a roof. It is your personal refuge. It is where your mind should be able to slow down, your energy should be restored, and your life should feel peaceful. But the wrong person can turn that sanctuary into a source of stress. There are three types of people who can gradually poison the atmosphere around you, drain your emotional energy, and transform your peaceful home into a place of conflict. And if you don't learn to recognize them, you may already have one of them in your life. The Stoics understood an important truth that many people overlook. We are influenced not only by what we think, but also by the environment we repeatedly expose ourselves to. Epictetus taught the importance of being careful about what we allow into our minds, because influence does not always happen suddenly. It can happen quietly, repeatedly, and almost invisibly. And there is no place where that influence becomes more powerful than inside your own home. Your home should be where your mind can finally breathe. It should restore you rather than exhaust you. But when the wrong people enter that space, they don't simply leave when they walk out the door. They can leave behind tension, negativity, conflict, and emotional weight. So let's look at the three types of people you should be extremely careful about allowing into your personal space. Type 1. The gossip. The first person you should think twice about inviting into your home is the gossip. This is the person who constantly talks about other people, judges their choices, exposes their private lives, and treats information about others like entertainment. At first, their conversations might seem harmless. They may even appear funny or interesting. But eventually, you begin to notice a pattern. Conversations with them always seem to become heavier. There is always another person to criticize, another story to reveal, or another problem to discuss. Because gossip is rarely just harmless conversation. It can be negativity disguised as connection. And there is one important warning sign you should never ignore. If someone regularly speaks badly about everyone around them, you should assume that one day you may become their subject too. The Stoics repeatedly emphasize the importance of the company we keep because the people around us can influence our character. Seneca warned about the effect other people can have on our behavior and mindset. When you repeatedly welcome someone who thrives on gossip into your home, you're also allowing their attitude and habits to enter your environment. Your home should be built on trust, but gossip slowly destroys trust. And what's dangerous is that you don't even have to be the target. Simply listening to constant criticism and negative stories can change the emotional atmosphere around you. One negative conversation becomes another. One judgment leads to another. And eventually, the peace of your home begins to disappear without you realizing exactly when it happened. Type 2. The disrespectful person. The second person you should keep at a distance is someone who consistently disrespects your boundaries. This is the person who ignores your limits, interrupts your peace, dismisses what you say, and behaves as though your personal boundaries don't matter. Usually, disrespect doesn't begin with something dramatic. It starts with small things. A comment you don't appreciate, a boundary they ignore, a decision they criticize, a behavior you tolerate even though it makes you uncomfortable. Then it happens again and again. That's how boundaries are often destroyed, not through one major violation, but through repeated small acts of disrespect. A person who refuses to respect your limits is showing you that they do not take your dignity seriously. And if someone does not respect your dignity, you cannot expect them to protect your peace. The Stoic philosophy teaches us to understand what is within our control and to make deliberate choices about what we accept. You have the right to decide what behavior is welcome in your home. Every time you repeatedly tolerate behavior that violates your boundaries, you may unintentionally teach that person that your boundaries are negotiable. Your home is your personal space. It should be a place where you feel safe, calm, and respected. Someone who enters that space while continuously disregarding your limits is not simply being difficult. They're disturbing the environment you are responsible for protecting. And protecting your peace does not mean being cruel. It means having enough self-respect to recognize when someone's behavior is no longer acceptable. Type 3. The problematic person. The third type of person you should be careful about inviting into your home is the person who constantly brings problems with them. There's always another crisis, another argument, another conflict, another emergency. Something is always going wrong, and somehow you are expected to become part of the solution. At first, you may respond with compassion. You want to help. You want to listen. You want to support them because you believe that good people should be there for others. And there is nothing wrong with helping someone who genuinely needs support. But there is a difference between helping someone through a difficult period and allowing their constant chaos to become your lifestyle. Eventually, you may begin noticing that their problems never seem to end. And while they continue moving from one crisis to another, your own peace slowly disappears. It's like opening your front door to a storm and expecting the weather to stay outside. Once the storm enters, it affects everything. Marcus Aurelius repeatedly reminded himself that we cannot control the behavior, emotions, or chaos created by other people. What we can control is our own response and the amount of influence we allow those problems to have over our lives. You cannot solve every person's problems. You cannot carry everyone's emotional weight. And you certainly cannot create peace for someone who constantly chooses chaos. When you repeatedly allow someone else's problems to occupy your home and your mind, their chaos can eventually become your chaos. Your energy becomes exhausted. Your thoughts become distracted. Your mood changes, and the place that was supposed to help you recover begins to feel like another battlefield. That's why wisdom requires more than compassion. It requires boundaries. Your home should be a sanctuary. And this brings us to the most important lesson. Your home should be your sanctuary, not your battlefield. It should be the place where your mind can become quiet, where your energy can recover, where you can step away from the noise of the outside world and reconnect with yourself. But protecting that peace requires intention. You have to be selective about who you allow into your closest environment. Not everyone deserves unlimited access to your time, your attention, your home, or your emotional energy. Some people bring encouragement, some bring wisdom, some bring peace, but others bring negativity, disrespect, and endless conflict. Your responsibility is to learn the difference. You don't have to hate anyone. You don't have to argue with anyone. And you don't have to explain every boundary you create. Sometimes protecting your peace simply means creating distance, because your environment matters. The people you repeatedly allow close to you matter, and the atmosphere inside your home matters. So protect your space, protect your energy, and above everything else, protect your peace. If this message made you think differently about the people around you, subscribe to Stoic Spring and continue building the habits that strengthen your mind every day. The more aware and disciplined you become, the easier it becomes to protect your inner peace. Now tell me in the comments, which of these 3 types of people have you already encountered in your life?